see.
Guess I'll test it out. And this is on YouTube. Yeah. Says it's streaming on the correct channel. Science technology, live testing.
When you were laughing about my anime hair, like the first time, I was like, it's gonna be off sale though. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice.
I hate how every website now has become like a news agency. Do you want us to send you notifications? Now.
I need to disable that still.
What's
So
that?
all the pop-ups on Chrome that I have, like, hey, allow this site to send you notifications. I'm like, no.
No,
Like, come
yeah,
on,
I'm
man.
always
Like,
like,
this,
nah.
how many notifications can I possibly get? I mean, get
Right.
over it. But yeah, so I figured out that my so to go live on YouTube, you can have a persistent stream URL, right? And with that, you can say, hey, check out my live stream in 10 minutes, and you can send the URL to people so they can click on it, and it'll just sit there and wait. And then when it pops up, it pops up. I think if you have it scheduled, though, you can actually put your own, you can put your own thumbnail on. So if you're going to do it in, like, say, an hour, you could put a thumbnail on that says, hey, at this time, join this stream, right?
Right.
So I figured that out. I haven't done it yet, but I figured that out. So it's pretty nice that you can do that. But you have a persistent stream URL. Also, with my other channel, I'm hitting 400 subscribers today on my other channel. That's growing pretty fast. I still don't do much to like grow it, but I figured out, after 100 subscribers, you can get your own URL. So I'm glad that I can do that. You know,
Right.
good deal.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
What do you need? 1,000 to get you like for Google to be like, all right, Mark, what's going on with you?
You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in a year time frame. So I'm not sure when, like,
Jeez.
I don't know if it's really a year or if it's like, if you could do 4,000 in a year, you're good. But like if you do like 4,000 in a month and then the next month it's 200, might be a different story. But no, I think it's just straight up. If you can prove that you can do 4,000 hours, you should be good. But it's really not that hard. The channel that I have for R has 1/5, of the subscribers, but 1/2 of the view time, of the watch time. So even though it's got way fewer subscribers, people are watching the videos all the way through, and that's pretty good.
That's what you want is complete viewership, right? Like to watch
Yeah.
the video to the end.
Yep.
That's why. Is that why? Like when you watch, like the guys are like, "Hey, I got a free code for you, but watch till the end, right? Stay on till the end for the contest." So like, dude, imagine we get to that point where like, "Hey, watch us now. We're gonna enter a contest to win a free computer mod by whoever the hell."
Well, what's good is all this practice. I mean, you become pretty natural at it. Like it's becoming more and more natural.
I felt weird the first time we did this, and now like fast forward like 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later, I'm like, dude, I could talk to myself if I had to. I'm not there yet. I can't talk to myself yet, but like, I've watched you do it. Like you're like, all right, guys, it's Mark. Hey, so today I'm just like looking at like like a radio jockey does. It's not easy to talk to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're honest is really that's all that matters. Like, hey, look, I am not PewDiePie or whoever's the greatest at the top. Like, hey, look, I'm new, but check this out. I'm getting paid,
Right.
So honestly, I like doing this. If you enjoy like where I'm at, hit the subscribe button. If not, I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit, but really, I'm not really looking for subscribers. I'm just looking for people to watch the content and make sure the content's legit good,
Right. Yeah, that's it.
But now live streaming is a different story. Like we can go off track a little bit, but honestly, the amount of knowledge you can gain from just two people trying to figure it out, I think is valuable, right?
Yeah.
Let's actually play Super Games.
So yeah,
It's a lot better.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I watch those videos. I like the videos where you Google stuff and then like Google presents you with a YouTube video and it's like clipped, like for that one thing you want, like this guy showing it, and then between minute one, and so when you click on the video, it starts there, and like you can go to the subject. I don't know how that works, but you've told me that every time somebody click, like the guys that timestamp them, every time you timestamp and hop around, you're considered a click.
it's considered a view. So if you view it multiple times, it's one thing. But again, the biggest thing you need is watch time. So you could view it 10 times and only watch 20 seconds. It's like, no, you need someone to say, hey, I saw your 12-minute video and I saw 9 minutes of it. That's pretty damn good,
Okay.
But yeah, so it's pretty. I mean, I'm happy with the Canon EOS web cam when you only have one source, right? In OBS.
Yeah. So, right, because it has limitations.
I can't no because OBS is one application, so you can actually have like multiple pictures of yourself on one view, one scene. You know, like so I have it where I can do Control Shift minus and it puts my picture on the top right. Control Shift plus puts my picture on the bottom right. Right, and sometimes you can do both at the same time, but you wouldn't do that on purpose. But you normally would, close one out and open up the other with a quick shift of your keys.
Yeah.
But because it's actually like kind of, it's got you multiple times, even though it's not displayed, it lags and lags and lags. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. All the little stuff that we go through. Like I had to go on Discord web to get the EOS camera to work.
Right. So there's like because the software is like beta. It's like it seems like some kid wrote it up last minute and was like, we need to get this out because people don't have webcams and this is the time to market Canon cameras, right? And what happened? I needed another Canon. What did I do? I was like, we have Nikons, but they don't do that. My wife's not gonna let me use them anyways. So I'm like, do I get a Nikon? I have a whole arsenal of lenses, or that web OBS webcam software came out, and I was like, I'm getting a Canon. Because it already works with my PC, whatever. Even before that came out, the Camera Live was a sell point for Canon for me. The fact that I looked around for Nikon and you have to buy like spoke camera and pay them to make that. I'm like, I don't need that in my life.
I just want clean HDMI out. Clean HDMI out.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
And like I said, out of the 3 Canons I have, one does it. So I'm not complaining.
Man, that's rough, man. That's rough.
Yeah, the other two are kind of like, fuck. I was thinking of putting up one. I'm going to sell one and use the money to buy another one.
I mean, I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about it when I bought it, but I mean, I did. I thought like, hey, I'm going to use this as a webcam. I figured it out, like Googled it, but I didn't think, all cameras can't do this. So I just bought a camera, $1,200 camera plus a lens, like pretty expensive. But then I got lucky that it does have clean HDMI.
Right.
Out. Damn lucky.
Right, which is a cool feature. So that makes it like a top-notch camera. Like I have the 80D, which is not a full frame camera, short of a full frame, but I don't need a full frame. Because full frame is for like, we're not filming movies, or we're not doing, we're using them for we're using $500 to $1,000, $1,200 camera for a webcam. That's overkill.
I don't know, like, because remember Sven was talking about like, why do you need these fancy DSLRs? It's like, well, if we can do just that much better than the competitor, it might add up,
Right. No, I mean, I do like, I'm not going to lie to you, I do like the quality of this. Like, I looked at, like, those Logitechs, they're also now 4K cameras. They're, like, 200, 250. I'm like, well, but they're webcams. I'm like, for $500, you can buy one of them, the one I have is $500. Yeah. You can buy the DSLR body, and I have lenses, and you can take it outside, actually use it on vacation, or like if this thing becomes bigger than like my little desk, I can go outside and like set them all up and film stuff and like So I look.
Yeah, and it's got resale value, resale value if you want to upgrade. It's hard to sell I don't know. I can't imagine selling my Logitech webcam for work. Like, it's like a I don't know, $40 webcam, but I mean it does work. Don't get me wrong, but there's a difference. I don't know. So my camera is actually not even mounted right now. I have it balancing on my 2 monitors, my dual screen setup. So it's just balancing there, and I have something to kind of like hold it in place for a little bit.
What?
So
because you don't have your mount, right?
Yeah, I did some rearranging. I used my mount to hold my 3rd monitor.
I was wondering where you got the 3rd arm from. Like, what, do you just keep these arms in stock? You go to your closet, like, I'm getting another monitor arm, mount it on.
I love it. At first I hated this 3rd monitor, and I'm like, dude, it's ugly, it doesn't work right. But now I angled it just right, and it's angled downward towards me, and I'm like, you know what? No, that's legit. Like, that's my monitoring monitor. Like, that's where I monitor to make sure things are going smooth.
Nice. That's what it is. Like, you need a monitor just for that. And that's what I would want one like up here or in the corner, so I can look up and be like, yep, we're good. Nothing's crashed yet.
I actually wanted a small one. Like, I really wanted like a really tiny monitor to kind of hide and just to see in each corner, is everything still flowing correctly in all these apps? Yep. Okay, cool. Don't look at it anymore.
Right.
But in all reality, the third monitor, which is up high. So right now my PC is my diagonal monitors, like the one that I'm looking at right now, like that monitor, and then one up here. And so it's like a diagonal thing. And my MacBook is to the left of my monitor. So it's a little weird at first, but the only reason why is because I don't have the right cables yet to hook it up the right way.
To get it to where you... Yeah, so like, I already told you my setup. It's weird. Like, iMac, main PC monitor, second PC monitor. And then when I need to get my mouse across, it goes like to the right so it can pop out on the left so I can go to the right again. I guess I could change that, but it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's backwards no matter what because of the setup I have. And I already programmed myself to think it's good.
So I'm going to throw a link to Twitter real quick just to see if anybody bites. Not like we're talking about like anything too crazy, but it's kind of fun.
Right.
Sorry.
I should have done it before. Again, this is one of the things you'd plan for before, you know.
Every other team was.
Plus, I got my.
I need to do overlays. Overlays is something I need to work on. I haven't done that. Just to get overlays going. I want to get overlays because so when I play the games, I get stuff popping up and stuff like that. And I want to play like when I play Mario, which I haven't really done, but it doesn't fill the screen because of the format aspect ratio. You don't want to stretch it. It looks weird. So I want to fill it in with like an overlay of like scores and track, whatever, you know, other nonsense. Keep it. I don't have a black screen like I do right now.
I miss.
So where are we with? All right, having one mouse and two computers is. I lose track of it once in a while. Let's see here.
You know, at first I really liked the flow, but the moments that it jacks up is the moments that I'm like, I'm over it. Like, I can't do it. I'd rather find some third-party app for cutting and pasting than use that because it was just too ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I really believe that once you get your new PC built with the latest Bluetooth, it's going to work better. Because I get like a 1 second lag. The lag you're talking about is extreme, so...
Well, mine doesn't just lag. Sometimes the software just gives up. Like, it doesn't work anymore. I have to like quit the software, reopen it. It's more than just a lag. It just stops, and it stops at the worst time.
I wonder if it could be an incompatibility with like your CPU's AMD. Maybe it's optimized for Intel.
I don't know, but I did unplug my router, my second router.
Yeah.
So I unplugged it completely, and I use the network switcher now. So there's no longer like, hey, there's a possibility that it's like a router situation, you know?
Oh yeah, because you were using. So what we're using another router just as a switchboard, like a switch. I mean.
Yeah, I used a second router, but I don't know which computer was on which. But when I plugged in the two computers on the same router, it worked like way better. But then it would still jack up every once in a while, and that really was a problem. It's a big problem, especially if you're doing live stuff, for sure. So. But what I do is when I switch to the Mac, I use my Magic, this thing for the mouse. But
the trackpad?
Yeah, and for the keyboard, of course, you've already seen it a million times. But,
yeah,
I just switch with those number keys, 1, 2, 3.
And it just works.
But I get them mixed up all the time. I start typing on one, and I hit the delete button a lot on one. Like if I'm doing Final Cut Pro, I hit the delete button, but I'm over on my PC, and I'm like, oh, crap, did I just delete something? Because it wasn't switched over.
Does it tell you? Does it highlight which device? It doesn't highlight what device you're on.
I mean, there's a little LED indicator on it, but I don't look at it.
Okay, because I was gonna say that's the only down, like on the upside, I guess, so far of like the one I'm using. It's a dial, like a mechanical dial. So like I just look up and I'm like, oh, I'm on 1. Let me go to 2. Like I've gotten so good that I'm like da da da. It's like I'm driving stick shift. I'm like, I shift up.
I'm getting better at it though, but once I get my new PC, I'll rearrange the windows and I'm sure I'll jack it up again. But like I hit the number 1, it goes to my PC. Number 3 goes to my 1 goes to my Mac, 3 goes to my PC, 2 goes to my work. It's kind of crazy. I kind of need 4. I'm gonna need 4.
4?
Because I'm gonna have another PC coming in next week. Damn it! How am I gonna do that?
Damn, you could really have a MacBook, your current PC, and the new PC.
And my work computer.
I think what you really need to do for
Oh.
like the amount of insanity like that you're gonna have recorded, you need to in a month or two save your pennies and like turn your current PC into a NAS because you're gonna need to have a storage unit that you can depend on, man, with all that. Especially if you get a 4 HDMI input card.
With 4K, yeah. I'm glad I got that 2 terabyte SSD on that.
You're gonna just you're gonna have to unload. You're gonna fill those 2 terabytes quick.
That's a good point.
So you need to build yourself. Like that's why I have Drobos. You know, they have like 10 terabytes of space on cheap 54 RPM
Dang it.
spinners. But you know they're cheap. I buy them on Black Friday. They cost like $70 for 4 terabytes. I got 10 of them like slapped together in 2 different Drobos, and I got an extra one always in the closet in case one burns out. I can run down there and swap them. So
Yeah,
it might not
that's
be
a pretty
like
good deal.
I might need to, you know, I can dump a terabyte worth of junk on there if I've never done it, but it's there, and it's safe. Though Hurricane Sandy did, when Hurricane Sandy came, the power went out on my main Drobo. I mean, the house went out, and my main Drobo wasn't on a battery backup. They are on battery backups now, both of them, and I lost power, but the power flickered. So it came back on in like 15 seconds. So the Drobo booted down and then got power and booted back up. Done. It got confused. It was in shutdown mode when it booted back up. So my hard drives, like all the data was lost. So now they're all on battery backups. So if you lose power, they have like 10 minutes each before, you know, if there's that fluctuation.
Need that universal power supply, UPS.
Yeah, I have 2 of those. Or 8 PCs, whatever they're called, right? Whatever, UPS?
UPS is what I call it. Universal power supply. Or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I'm not that important yet, but soon I plan on streaming a lot more. I plan on trying to do at least a couple times a week coming up. Not just stream, but create content, like edit it, put it up.
Yeah, that's it. You create content and you gotta have it. And I just like having the storage. But yeah, like I have the movies and stuff too. Like I have backups of backups of backup of the movies. The movies take up almost 8 terabytes just by themselves. So I got what? 32 terabytes of space just taken up by movies or something like that.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty crazy, yeah.
There are parts flying everywhere.
But I gotta have my movies. People want to watch movies.
How loud is my my background noise with the kid?
You really
Not
can't
too
hear him,
bad.
dude.
I set
No,
my Blue Yeti turned away as much as I can, away from him and more towards my voice, and I turned the gain way down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can hear
So-
him in the background, but you can't really tell. He's not
That's
really
good.
like in the way. Yeah, like you're not really.
Yeah, it's really hard to share space and like try to do streaming, but
No, you gotta do
Not
what you
too bad.
gotta do, man.
no, normally he's not talking this late with his friends or whatever. Well, he does his own thing, but his friends aren't usually on this late.
Okay.
But that's
Oh.
part of the problem with streaming is you gotta have like space to do it. You gotta have the quietness.
Yeah,
It's hard
You
to find
do.
that.
I
And
might
do it with
build
the
an
family.
office in the basement just to do this because I don't know. I'm like keeping my kid up right now. Maybe. Hold on. Hey, Dancing Turtles. I added Scooby Doo, the new movie, to the Plex server. So if the kid wants to watch it, you good to go. It's on there,
Not really.
buddy.
Is
of
your
mine.
is your Twitch buddy still on, or is he not on anymore?
He left. He left for now. I don't know where he's at.
I just hope that all of my pieces fit together because I didn't really. I started building it using that PC Master Builder thing.
Yeah, I've been
you
playing
know?
with that just to
But-
like dream up of what I'm gonna get later.
But then it's like, oh, this isn't in stock. This isn't in stock, and then it kept on going and going, and so I started swapping things out without checking to see if it's compatible. And I'm like, oh crap! Like I hope that all it is.
I think for the most part, it should be. You should
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
But
I hope my cooler works, and I hope that the power supply fits in. Which should 13. Dude, I don't even know why I bought a 1300 watt, but I probably got the most expensive power supply of anybody in the whole damn town.
yeah,
City of DC.
you kind of went happy with that because I looked at I've been looking at just to see like what it would cost to build a PC, and I was looking at my power supply because my buddy's like, oh, don't get a skimpy one, get like 400 or more. So mine's just 430.
Yeah.
Cost like $50 or $25 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like.
About what?
And then I'm like, is there enough power in there? So then I went into that PC builder and put in all the parts I have,
Oh, we are so
including the GPU, and it's like 300 watts. I'm like, oh, so I got like 130 watts left. And I threw in like a couple extra hard drives just to like check the power usage. So I'm like, oh, I'm only running at 75%. Of course, if the power supply gets hot, it throttles itself. So that gives you a 25% like gain there. But it's pretty. This thing's pretty cool.
I have to sacrifice myself.
It's a lot of like. It doesn't get any louder, though. I'm always sweating in here. I gotta open the windows. It like heats the room up, man.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about that too. Yeah, my power supply was 200. How much was it?
Dude, I saw your power supply. You could have bought like
So should I attack?
half of another video card for the power supply money.
I'm attacking
$250
Yeah.
plus tax. I don't know what I was thinking.
I like how your girl walked in there yesterday. She's like, "You threw." You're like, you're hilarious. You're like,
Oh, man.
you gave yourself a little discount on how much you spent.
I mean,
was
this thing,
like,
I don't know. I could probably use this to power other things besides what's on my computer. Like, what else can I plug into this thing? Then how
it's
do I
good
keep-
if you get like another GPU. It's good if you get like that capture card, and then like it's good if you get all these things that are like require like USB,
We're attacking you.
powering. If you got all these capture cards, and
First,
so I mean everything draws power. You definitely, I think you bought like a server power supply for like. You bought it for like a dual core setup, like a dual chip setup. Like you're gonna get two
Oh.
i9s and tether them together and do like 16 cores. That's probably what you did. Cause I'm like, why do you need so much of those? But
I mean, it does say it says it's ATX power supply. So ATX is good because my motherboard's ATX, right? Like
maybe.
ATX design.
man, green is
I'm not gonna pretend I know about that part.
Well, pretty much everything was like mini ATX or ATX or full
Yeah, you don't
ATX,
want mini
something.
though, cause mini is that board you have behind you.
I'm happy with the board I bought. I wanted the Ultra or whatever it is, but it's not even out yet, really. Like I don't even. I mean, you could probably get it, but it's super back ordered, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the Master will do the trick. I do find it funny that it still has a slot for. I think that's the one that has a slot for like the old time mouse, like the old gamer mouse.
yeah, the cereal. I bet you there's a lot of people who are like, dude, it's got to be like people that want green felt on their pool table. It's the least popular color. But you get the old guys that are like, nah, green's the only color that matters. So like, there's probably people with their cereal mouse that are like, nah, this is the best mouse
Am I
ever.
still alive?
Yeah.
I am too.
Yep. So that's it. I mean, once the capture card comes in, it's a new game for me. Because you know what's good too about that is I can use it for both my PC and my Mac. So even if I want to capture with my Mac sometimes, which I will, because it's going to be Mac specific stuff to capture, you know.
Yes.
I did find that the Mac with all the capture cards, there's a lag. Even with that OBS Link NDI, but on the PC it's all in. You could literally play off the same monitor on OBS while you're playing the game. You don't need a secondary monitor. It's that
Damn.
fast. So I don't know what the deal is with them.
I'm gonna close out my YouTube. I think. Just checking it
Yes,
out.
I love it.
So I'll close this out. We'll do another one sometime. But
Oh, they sold out.
I can't put on my caveat.
Where'd you get your Avid Media from? Best Buy?